We're on Eruvin, Perek Dalid Mishnah, 5th Mishnah, and the 4th chapter of Eruvin. We've talked about someone who is, let's say, he walked from outside of the Tchum Shabbat of Yad Binyamin, and he made his Shvita here. So then we said he has 2,000 amot. Why? Because whenever a person makes their Shvita, that's the 2,000 amot that he gets. So if I stop here, then I get 2,000 amot in every direction. I go to Yad Binyamin. If I stop here, I get 2,000 amot in every direction. What happens if I didn't intentionally stop? What happens if when Shabbat arrived, I didn't have in mind to make my Shvita, to establish my resting point at that point? That's the topic of our Mishnah. Mishyashen Baderech, someone who, before Shabbat, he's walking around on Friday afternoon, he stops and he takes a rest. V'lo yada shecha shecha. And when dark comes, i.e. when Ben Hashmashot comes, when he makes his Shvita, he doesn't know, he didn't have intention to make his Shvita. So the Tanna Kama says, Yesh lo alpayim amal l'chorach. He still gets his 2,000 amot. So he went to sleep over a year, then he wakes up and it's dark, Friday night, that's where he was kovea Shvita, and therefore he can go 2,000 amot in every direction. The Divrei Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri. That's the position of Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri. The Chachamim omrim no. Chachamim say no. Ein lo ela arba amot. All he gets is 4 amot. Why? Well, let's see. The Bar Tanura says the following. I'm going to read the Bar Tanura and then I'll show you that he makes it a chart. Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri holds cheftzei hefker she'ein lehem dat. Let's say a person has a chefetz and like I've got a little I've got a little tin can here. I use it for a discount key, and I find it outside in the middle of hefker. Nobody found it. It has no dat. Does it have shvita? So ba'alim konim shvita bimkomam. V'yesh lehem dein lehem dat ba'alim. There's no dat ba'alim. It has no ownership. Konim shvita bimkomam. V'yesh lehem alpayim amal l'chorach. So this inanimate object, since it has no dat on it, the shvita it gets before Shabbat is the shvita of its place, and therefore it gets 2,000 amot. Therefore, hayashen, someone who's sleeping, he also has no dot. So I made you a chart. So the yashen has no dot. Here we are. Okay. So just like a chefetz has shvita, so too hayashen she'ein no dot, someone who's sleeping. Okay, he is also like a chefetz hefker, and he also gets alpayim ama. Just like my tin can has no dot, and it gets alpayim ama. So too, an individual person who's sleeping also has no dot, and he gets 2,000 amot. Whereas the Chachamim said, Rabbanan Savrei, cheftzei hefker, ein konim shvita b'mkomam. The person who has, the chefetz doesn't have shvita. It's an inanimate object. It doesn't get to have a place, and therefore, the person who picks it up, he can only take it to where he can go. So too, hayashen eno koneh shvita. There's no shvita. If you're sleeping, you have eno koneh shvita. You have no shvita where you are, and therefore when you wake up, all you get is dalet amot. It's really an interesting question. Is a person who's sleeping like a chefetz, like an individual, okay? And you're koneh shvita. Oh, 1 second. So everyone seems to say you're like a chefetz. So does a chefetz have shvita or not have shvita? Is a sleeping person, so do you have to have da'at in order to make shvita on Shabbat? When Shabbat enters, say, this is my place? Or do I automatically have shvita like a chefetz hefker? And therefore I don't have to have da'at in order to make my shvita on Shabbat. That's the machloket between Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri and the Chachamim. Okay? The Mishnah continues. So what happens though if you only have arba amot? What if we, like, for example, person started in Yad Binyamin. Let's go back to my little chart. Okay, you made your shvita in Yad Binyamin, and then a hurricane came or a tornado came and gently picked you up to lift you and stick you in Kidron, Ba'onis. Okay, then you're stuck there. What does that mean, Ein lo ela arba amot? Rabbi Lezer Omer, v'hu be'emta'an. You're in the middle of the arba amot. I made you a little graphic. Let's see if I can, here we go. Here. The person, average height, the Bar Tanura says, is 3 amot. A very dapper guy. And then you get an extra amma for, moving around your hands. So you're in the middle, says Rabbi Eliezer. Look at the Bar Tanura. Okay. Arba amot. Why? Because it says in the Torah, Shvu ish tachtav. Person, we've seen this drasha before. You can sit tachtav. Komato shel adam beinoni shalosh amot. A person's average height is 3 amot. You get one amma to stretch out your hands. So basically, it's not, you're lying there, you have 3 amot plus 1 amma. Okay, you get the point. Okay, that's Rabbi Lazar's position. He's in the middle. So i.e. you only get 2 amot in each direction. It's 4 amot total, you only get 2 in each direction. Rabbi Yehuda says no. Okay, you can go in any direction you want. You can go in 4 amot in this direction. Okay? Rabbi Yehuda says if you picked one, you can't go back. The Kahati says, okay, Yitol arba amot. You can carry 4 amot in one direction, but the Bartunura says that the Kahati says, based on the Gemara, that they're not arguing about walking. Okay? That Chachamim say you can go 8 amot. Okay? That you're allowed to walk 8 amot, meaning 4 amot in each direction. But the question is, what can you carry? Okay? For in carrying, the Rabbi Yehuda agrees that you can only carry 4 amot and not 8 amot. So you can walk 4 amot in each direction, but carrying you can only carry 4 amot in this direction. In the Tanakama, who was Rabbi Eliezer, says, no, you can only carry from here to here. We'll stop here. As always, comments or questions should be emailed to my email address here, and we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.